What is up? What is up, YouTube? Feds leak new evidence. Big U order Nipsey Hussle's often. Gotta change the words up, man. This dude, Eric, must have allegedly snitched on Big U. It's another clown, man. We keep interviewing and talking about these clowns, man, that are doing shady things, trying to do things on a P. Diddy level, shady. You know, he may not have no baby or, but the dude has some skeletons in his closet. The feds done picked him up. As we speak, he's in jail. Two of his boys in jail. I don't know if they still in jail while I'm recording this. Loose Cannon, man. I was hoping that I was really hoping for you, man. Loose Cannon, man. I found out he was married, so I did have big hopes for you, man. Anyway, Big U, I don't know too much about him. Only thing I know is somebody was on your little record label and he's supposed to be a friend. He lived in your house. Then all of a sudden he's missing in a strange way. They found his body, you know, and you was the last person to deal with him. They saying that you had your cell phone off. You was pinging different towers. You had the Airbnb set up for him. And then all of a sudden y'all checked out early. Didn't finish the studio time, all this stupid stuff, man. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out, man.
You got a problem? I got a problem. And if I got a problem, he definitely gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See what I'm
This is
saying?
like, you might hear about me and my sons having problems.
You got to tell us what you waiting on. Yeah, my mama broke you with a
Justice for them.
Homie, they killed Nip too. Let's not forget, homie, they killed Nipsey Hussle. Eric Holder was not a lone actor in that.
So the feds just leaked new evidence showing Big U might have been the one who ordered the hit on Nipsey Hussle, and it has got folks side-eyeing Big U like crazy. Word on the curb is Eric Holder, the guy convicted of unaliving Nipsey Hussle, just got a sweetheart deal to get out of jail early. The only condition? He has to give them the names and details of the other people who conspired to take Nipsey out of the set. And boy, is he singing like a bird. Sources say Eric has given the feds a gold mine of information tying Big U to Nipsey's death. And with the new evidence being passed around on the streets, it looks like the feds finally have enough to lock Big U up and throw away the keys. So, did Big U really put a price on Nipsey's head because he was jealous of his success? And is it true that Eric was threatened not to snitch or his family would get wiped out? Let's break it down.
Is very good at helping people reach their dreams.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So take that from that. And I ain't never stole nothing from nobody.
As y'all know, Big U recently caught a RICO case, and the feds are all over him like white on rice. Word in the block is that they're pulling all the stops to make sure Big U doesn't get out of jail this time, and that involves going over all his past shady businesses with a fine-tooth comb to see what other investigators might have missed. I gotta tell y'all, Big U is really feeling the heat right now, and the fact that his trusted henchman Eric Holder is allegedly snitching on him makes this 10 times worse. Because if Big U can get nailed for Nipsey Hussle's, it's over for him. Nipsey and Big U go way back, but their relationship started in the mid-2000s when Nipsey ended his contract with Epic Records, and Big U became his manager. Big U himself wasn't a small name at the time. He was one of the OGs, straight out of the trenches of Arlington and Slauson Avenue, Central LA. He grew up and was in the center of the Arlington streets, which later became known as the Rolling 60s Crips. Back in the day, Big U was out there on the front lines, throwing hands, hitting licks, running plays, and all that. By the early 90s, he had established himself as one of the toughest guys in the hood. Everybody knew his name. Better yet, everyone knew not to mess with him, and he had serious pull in the streets. Fast forward to 2007, and Nipsey Hussle was also making a name for himself in the music world. He had dropped a few hit mixtapes in the Bullets Ain't Got No Name series that did well. What a lot of people don't know is that Nip and Big U were cool at the time. By 2010, Epic Records was having financial issues, and Nip chose not to renew his contract. and went independent. Big U became his full-time manager. That same year, Nip was set to release his debut studio album, South Central State of Mind. Nip was still riding high from the success of his Bullets Ain't Got No Name series, so his album was expected to do well. But guess what? The album never dropped. That was around the time that things started getting sour between Nip and Big U. Allegedly, Big U was the one who sabotaged Nipsey's album, and Nip was already trying to break away from him. Apparently, Nip felt like Big U was extorting him big time, and he was basically under a slave deal. Not only that, but he also believed Big U wasn't looking out for him as an artist and wanted to ruin his career. Now, Nip wasn't the only rapper who felt like Big U was extorting them. In fact, this was kind of his MO. So Nip was definitely onto something. However, Big U had a whole different story. He had already left the industry by the time he and Nip's relationship started going left, but his studio equipment was still with Nip, and he wanted to get them back. So he pulled up on Nip, collected his stuff, and moved them to a spot on 43rd and Crenshaw. At the time, Big U claimed there wasn't any hard feelings between them. He just wanted to put his equipment where other artists, including Nipsey, would have access to them. However, Nip didn't fall for that and felt slighted by Big U's actions. This prompted him to release You Don't Got a Clue, which people felt was a diss directed at Big U. That first verse? Yeah, it was giving major shade. Nipsey rapped, "Look, you don't got a clue of what you want to do? I'm busy getting rich. You think that I'm gonna stop for you? I built this on my own and everybody know it's true. Still, ninjas act like they're supposed to have control of what I do."
Oh shit. We remember Wack and Loose Cannon talking about what Cali got rolled down on and what it was about and all this shit, right? For those of y'all, Nipsey dissed the out of Big U. It's a song out there. We dissed the out of Big U. For him to say all this little brother shit about Nip, and on Paru for me to know what I know?
Big U wasn't about to let that slide, so he pulled up on Nip with some of his homies on some "we're going to discipline this dude" energy. These guys stood 10 toes down on business, trying to drag Nip away. Luckily, Nip's big brother, Black Sam, was at the scene and wasn't about to allow Big U to rough up his brother. Big U fired back, telling Black Sam to stay out of it, since he wasn't even a real 60, although he respected the fact that Black Sam took up for his brother. But that wasn't the only time Big U and Nip clashed, as their relationship had many messy layers. For context, Nip's first baby mama was Big U's niece. After they separated, Nip found out that his baby mama was having some pretty dangerous energy around his daughter. Like real trap house business. Imagine having weapons, substances, and all sorts of suspicious-looking people in the same house as a little child. Nipsey wasn't rolling with that, and he completely flipped out when he found out that his baby mama had brought one of those guys to the house again. He pulled up to the crib solo and beats the crap out of the guy. Allegedly, he whooped this guy so bad that he had to be taken to the hospital. The baby mama also got caught up in this mix, and Big U wouldn't let that slide. He pulled up to Nipsey's store, ready to handle the business, and started throwing hands with Nip. Word is, he had almost gotten the best of that fight. But again, big bro Black Sam stepped in. He went in, grabbed a strap, and fired once in the air. LAPD showed up within minutes, and once they saw Sam with a hammer, they started firing shots at them. Luckily, nobody got hit in the process, but they were all taken into custody. They bailed out the next day, but it was pretty clear the incident had changed things between Big U and Nipsey for good. Charleston White would later weigh in on this incident, and according to him, this might have been the turning point for Big U, when his issues with Nip went from a family matter to a matter of life and death.
And his brother go shoot at us? Brother pull a gun out on Big U. His brother you don't pull no gun out on no. Every street, nigga, I don't give a damn where you shot that gun at. You pulled it out on me. And Big Black Sam ain't never been down with the set. Black Sam have always tried to pull out of Nip's business and get him away from the set. But you can't do that, cuz.
Fast forward to around 2011, and Nipsey had become tight with YG. He brought him to the 60 to shoot the music video for I'm From Bompton. Now, YG was a Peru, and at the time, having one of them in a Crips territory was a big no-no. So Big U wasn't cool with the fact that Nipsey had brought YG to their side. It was a risky move, and Nipsey had to squabble with his own homies before YG could do his business there. This ultimately helped them build a relationship of mutual respect and loyalty, and YG later invited Nip to his hood for another shoot. Over the next 7 to 8 years, Nipsey's career skyrocketed. He released new music, was nominated for a Grammy, launched various businesses, and built his brand from the ground up. This whole time, Big U and Nipsey were on and off. They'd be cool today, and tomorrow they'd be feuding. But despite their bad blood, even Big U had to admit that Nipsey wasn't like any other rapper he'd ever seen.
He did what no other rappers do today. He sold his own music. And this is the reason why we are giving him the award, the Businessman Award, because he really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business. So let's give this man a hand. Clap it up for him.
He took the hustle in his name literally, outworking every other person. As an artist, he created the blueprint for thriving as an independent artist in hip-hop. Nipsey was a savvy businessman, but he was much more than that. He was well loved by his community because he was genuinely a people person. He looked out for everyone in his community, and it even got to a point where he was in talks with authorities about managing the level of gang violence in the community, trying to get the younger ones out of the streets and in the schools. In 2019, DJ Khaled and John Legend pulled up with Nipsey to film the music video for Hire. Big U, of course, wasn't happy about that, so he sent his crew to hassle Nip and his people. Nip ended up relocating the shoot to a rooftop in Inglewood, but that didn't solve the problem. Nip started getting death threats from folks linked to the Inglewood families, one of the strongest blood sets. It got so bad that he had to beef up his security. But a few days later, Nipsey tragically lost his life. The rumors were out quicker than you could even say RIP streets were going crazy, with speculation on Big U's involvement in Nipsey. People started pointing fingers at him, saying he was jealous of Nipsey's success and impact.
So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick. So I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone. So after I talked to Nipsey, and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that. I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey.
You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, call Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes after you get off the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty
look at Whack
back 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And first he shot him, boom, go into the alley, came back.
I mean, Nipsey.
Is you crazy? I would, if that was the true story, I wouldn't even tell it like that because you're making yourself look stupid. Wait a minute. I call my boy or my cousin. This is supposed to be his boy because somebody just told me that he got off. He's no longer on this earth, right? I'm trying to YouTube. You got to change the words. So I get a phone call from this guy. I'm like, what? What, man? You crazy? So I call my man who is no longer on this earth, and he picks up the phone. He picked up the phone. So now, you mean to tell me I'm not going to say, yo, so-and-so just called me and said you was gone, man? What? Man, I'm here. Nah, man, he just called me. Man, what is he? Man, he tripping. Man, this dude tripping, man. He told me you was... When my brother passed away, one of his friends called me. I didn't even know the dude had my number. And he like, so what you been up to? He trying to, cause see, my brother, he committed suicide and there was rumors going around. Nobody knew it was true. So he gonna go to the source, which is me, and it's wait for me to say something about him. And I'm like, yo, so man, what you been up to, man? This one of my brother friends. He wasn't my man. I mean, we was cool, but that was my brother's boy. Well, man, I'm going to just go ahead and come out and tell you, man, look, man, it's a rumor going around, man. I don't want you to believe it. They saying that your brother committed suicide. As soon as he said it, it all made sense. Why would he call me? Because he knows so many people were saying this rumor, right? So many people saying this rumor that he had to call me. He don't have my phone number to see if it's true. Right then and there, I told him, I said, I hate to tell you this, man, but I feel it. He's gone. I know he's gone. Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. I knew he was gone, and I was right. Look how Whack is looking at this dude, man. That's funny.
Oh, from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, called Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yeah, he just
30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Yep, he hit me a little bit too early because the homie Shitty double back 3 times.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying? And first he shot him.
Dude, that's crazy.
Go into the alley, came back.
I mean, Nipsey seemed to have it all. Fame, success, money, love from his community, and one of the baddest Hollywood beauties on his arm. Some people believed Nipsey had gotten bigger than the program, which didn't sit well with people like Big U, who thought they were the bosses.
The set have made it known nobody's bigger than the set. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nip had gotten bigger than the program. Quando is a reminder that nobody's bigger than the program. But Nip had gotten bigger than the set. Well, what do you mean by that, Charleston? Think about when Big U and all the other big homies and the OGs in the hood, they standing in front of Nip shit. They standing on the street corner. When Nip pull up in that mother platinum Jaguar, he pull up in that platinum Jaguar, nigga, them fresh ass Puma with all them goddamn chains on, and then he opened up the door. He got a Hollywood coming up out of there, London Lauren, one of the baddest Hollywood we done seen. When the little homies see Nip pull up, do you think they gonna stay here and talk to the big homies, Big U Nip? They gonna make an about face and say, y'all, there go Nip, and they gonna run away from the big homies. As all the excitement going to Nip, all the brawls, everybody, the store, what you think the big homie sitting back saying? Now Nip is growing. Nip that Monday had a meeting with the LA County, with the LA Police Departments on gang intervention program before he come up dead. So now Nip and Big U done fell out over $20,000 worth of equipment, so they say. But it's really over $20,000 extortion fee to pay for protection. Yeah, Nip was being extorted too. He had to pay for protection.
It didn't help that a clip from one of Big U's live streams where he was talking slick about Nipsey started going viral.
Wait, what you waiting on though? You don't know what you waiting on? What you waiting on? You got to tell us what you waiting on. Yeah, my mama broke you with a
Justice for Nip.
Or your boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
Everybody that was showing this shit.
You did. You did.
This made him look even more suspicious, and the whispers didn't end even after Nipsey's alleged killer Eric Holder was arrested and found guilty. Folks found it hard to believe that Eric was working on his own. It seemed more likely that Nipsey was set up and Eric was just the fall guy. Even Black Sam himself has suggested that Eric wasn't acting alone. According to him, from his body language during the incident, he could tell that Eric was nervous and didn't even look like he wanted to be there. This raises the question, was Eric threatened into carrying out the hit? Better yet, was he told his family would get snuffed if he didn't do as they said and kept his mouth shut? Black Sam didn't name any names, but he strongly suggested that certain people might have felt slighted by Nipsey's success. Other people connected to the situation, like 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, have also implied that Big U was waiting on Nipsey's downfall, and when it didn't come early enough, he took matters into his own hands.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hussle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that.
This about someone being mad about the DJ Khaled video has to be Big U. What Black Sam did, he talked about certain things without talking about certain people.
There have even been rumors that Big U wanted to tie up loose ends by taking Black Sam out of the picture as well. Word on the street is that Big U was butthurt that Sam didn't let his brother's legacy die out. Sam has continued pushing everything Nipsey worked for, from his clothing line to his brands and community projects. Sam isn't just continuing Nipsey's work, he's keeping his legacy alive and thriving.
Yeah, so this section at the top, it's all us. As far as fulfillment, this whole area is Marathon's area.
Oh, man. Hey, man, you know what's crazy about this right here?
You would think this would make Big U happy because he always talked about how Nipsey was his little bro. But apparently, He's mad salty about it. He probably thought Nipsey's legacy would die, but he's shocked and resentful that it didn't. Streets are also saying there's a new leaked audio where Big U talks about his plans to take care of unfinished business, aka Black Sam. Between that and the federal indictment with the names of many key players involved in this story, it's about to be a wrap for Big U. But that's not all. People have also found it weird that Big U has been moving weirdly lately, ducking interviews, laying low, and only popping up once in a while to post motivational quotes on social media. It's all the classic signs of a guy who doesn't want certain people paying attention to him. There's also the fact that his usual supporters aren't coming out to defend him this time. Looks like nobody wants to get caught up in his messy federal case. Big U can feel the walls closing in on him, and he's getting more desperate by the minute. But what are your thoughts on Big U being chased down by the feds? Do you think he's hiding something that had to do with Nipsey's death? Let us know in the comments and stick around for this next messy video.
God dog, man. Hey, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I don't care if you can threaten my family, my kids, or whatever. I'm not going off nobody. I'm gonna go straight to a police officer and say, look here, man, I'm trusting you with this. They want me to do something I had no business doing, and they said if I don't do it, they're gonna off my family, my kids. What should I do, officer? In fact, let me talk to your supervisor, because I know he got more experience than you do. And then I would talk to the supervisor. Then I would tell the supervisor, can I talk to your supervisor? I ain't playing no games. If I got to take matters into my own hands, I'm going to make sure I have a recording of all this stuff. Because when they come, they better come correct, man. In fact, I got some things I need to do, man. Look here. I'm going to get on up out of here, man. That Jay, what's his name? God dang it. What's the dude's name? We just did a video. Jay Prince and this Big U dude is neither one of them sitting too well with me. Jay Prince and the Big U dude. I'm not feeling y'all too tough, man. I'm just letting y'all know that. You gotta change your ways. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Let me know in the comments, man. Peace out.